Awesome.
I would suggest you don't really want to point your club face at your target.
Fantastic. That's so good. That's the best one.
You know, what you were saying about elbows got to be here and stuff and all this stuff, it's like you would never think about things like that in any other sport. You wouldn't think about how much knee flexion you're using when you take a penalty or a free kick.
That is true, but why does everybody just sweep the ball off the tee and not think about hitting down on it? Because it can't be as simple as that, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. It's not as wishy-washy as just imagine the shot you want to hit. But, yeah, we want to have an awareness of how we're moving, so the elbow might well come in here to allow us to release it later and get a steeper angle of attack and stuff like this. Yeah. Absolutely. But I would say it's probably a bit noisy, a bit of interference in the whole execution of this thing to be really trying to do this. So, and then what these exercises are all about, well, you've been with Marcus before and you've seen the videos and all the rest of it, so you know the deal, is to give the body an experience of these kind of movement patterns so that it can recognise them and use them in the swing if it needs to or wants to. I mean, the golf swing is like, it's infinitely complex, right? Infinitely complex. We're using pretty much every joint in the body, right? Almost every muscle in the body is being used. Infinitely complex, but can be beautifully simple in the execution. Ideally, in a few hours' time, walking back out that door, what are we going to use as our measures of success?
Getting a good compressed shot on an iron, ideally a low ball flight, because I play on the links course, so I keep it low.
Cool, and I guess pretty windy at times.
Yeah. So here's the weird thing, right? Some of the best shots I hit without even thinking about it are based on just getting that inertia like that, going back and then hitting the thing. I just did it then actually, you know, just as a warm-up, like that.
That's lovely.
I'm not even thinking about that shot, but
yeah, strike-wise,
it's a crazy thing, isn't it?
Beautiful. Yeah, because it's freedom of the body.
Yeah.
You know, you played golf for 18 years. It's had 18 years of experience of kind of what to do and what not to do. Generally, usually it's us getting in the way of things.
Yeah. So I mean, I suppose you'd say to me, why don't you just do that then?
Well,
I'm not sure. I have tried it, and it doesn't always work.
So show me that again.
Okay.
So just do what you were. Okay, as in the little swing over the ball first.
It just feels.
Yeah, to get you getting momentum going.
Yeah, and then I must get forward on it, doing it more like that,
possibly
rather than starting static. And you know.
Well, the club's got momentum already. If you just take what you would do as a normal shot, if you like.
Right.
So you're in your monthly medal and you're in the middle of the first fairway or whatever it is.
Okay then. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Cool. No worries. And again, same as in like the normal way. Yeah. And the strike goes a little. I mean, we haven't got a huge sample size. We've only seen 2. Kind of, you absolutely ripped the 2 or 3 you hit with that wave over the ball first.
That's not too bad, but
yeah, that's a better one.
Doesn't
bit high, bit spinny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I see what you mean about wanting the bit of a lower ball flight.
Actually, I've not hit a ball for a week, and they're really good.
They're pretty good, yeah.
I gave up. I got so depressed with it.
And how often are you playing, roughly?
Oh, I mean, I'm down there. Probably play 3 games a week, and I'm down there most days trying to
practicing
sharpen up, chipping and stuff.
Yeah. Pretty high ball flight is also suggesting that you're just presenting a lot of loft, really. You're probably presenting a little like this instead of a bit like this, because as you know, we don't want to present true loft of the golf club generally, unless we're going for a Phil Mickelson flop or something like that. We want to de-loft this thing, but also have control over that face.
Right, now, just pause there.
Yeah.
So I never had any of that before. I know there's a lot of talk on the Zen channel about that.
Yeah.
I've always thought that if you turn sufficiently, the club face is going to square itself.
Square itself to where? To what?
Well,
to target?
Well, yeah, I mean, generally, yeah, I would have thought,
because you've got pretty much. I mean, we say how the balls don't really fly straight, but you're pretty much a pretty straight hitter. But it comes at a cost.
And that cost is your high spin and your high flight, which, as you know, playing on a links course yourself, on a calm day, fine, no problem. When you've got wind into, big issue.
Yeah.
Because it's no longer 140, 150 yard 7-iron, it's 110 yard 7-iron. You can get it pointing back towards your target, but I would suggest you don't really want to point your club face at your target.
Right.
Because then you have to get your path perfectly square to your club face for you to get that straight shot.
Okay.
Which more often than not isn't going to happen, because every degree counts, right? So 1 degree open, it's going to be a little fade off. 1 degree closed, it's going to be a draw off, right? Because your path stays straight. So we'll start with the legs locked out, so it's knees nice and straight, and then we're just going to go back onto our heels a bit. That's it, and you can counterbalance by tipping forward from the hips. That's it, brings the centre of mass a little bit forward. And then using, so not that. Cool, interesting, but that's brilliant because it's the first place you went to. So keep those knees nice and straight, and we're back on the heels, and yes, the pressure in the feet goes forwards, but the sort of net result of that is that we go up. So it's like standing up, it's going onto your tiptoes, but without thrusting the pelvis really forward. The pelvis will extend, that's it, there you go. And try and relax the shoulders a bit. So this is what we're going to use later. This is where we're going to go for vertical force.
Okay.
It's the push off the ground. Just with the right hand only, exactly, essentially, can you get that club responding to you? Essentially using that lower body action. So the body action has to precede the swinging of the club. Exactly, well done. So hold it a bit further down, just so it's a bit lighter in the hands. Awesome. And if you just keep your grip and hold it in the middle, so just with the right hand, in the middle. Keep your grip. Let me just take this. Okay. Cool. So that arm is nice and relaxed. So you can just use all of that mobility. So the elbow, because what you were doing there is just this bicep was just staying really close to your chest. I don't know if that was intentional or just whatever. You can just free it up, let it come away, and the elbow can fold and.
Okay.
And get the club, instead of it going round here, because what's happening there is you're losing, so if you swing it back a little, swing it forward and then swing it back, see what's happening here, it just came back in, but you're losing your grip a bit, right? And then it was kind of falling down here and whatever. What we want is a nice firm grip, because you're going to swing this thing real quick, but everything else can move. So generally, when we lose our grip, it's because something else isn't moving as much. So let's let the elbow fold, and it can come back around here, and then you can snap it through.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you know, you touched on something there, because I noticed that on my backswing, it does come out.
It comes out.
Yeah.
If the bit that should be stable, i.e. the grip, has to increase its mobility, it's because something that should be mobile is too stable.
Got it.
Yes. Well done. And then you start to hear a whip.
God, it's really weird, that feeling in my wrist now.
Yeah.
I'm not used to bending that much.
Absolutely. You get more wrist hold. And what is that? That's like a huge lever. Massive lever. If I just literally use, I mean, there is a tiny bit of elbow in there, but listen to that. That's a lot of force, because that's what we're using just in that direction, and with a bit of rotation. Brilliant. Brilliant, because
it's
that's
funny, I can really feel that. I never noticed
look at
that.
that. Look how much angle there is there. Yeah.
That's amazing.
So you can go 2 hands now. Step forward, just don't want to ruin your club on the wall or anything. Yeah. Well done. So you're using your rotational force from the ground to move the body, and it's the body that are connected to the arms that swishes the club. Let's just have a few shots just like that. It's the lower body action, but it's also allowing that elbow to just bend. Well done.
Wow.
Didn't see the ball. Any good?
Good, yeah.
Yeah, so your body, your pelvis is
way ahead of this golf club. It's like a good chess player, always 1 or 2 moves ahead of the club. Nice one. Not that I play chess, but I hear that's I hear that's how it's done. That was a nice one.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Feel any different? Does
Yes.
it feel? What feels different?
Well, I mean,
if you can.
The whole strike
put
is a
some
lot
words
less
to it.
effort. What I'm conscious, I know I shouldn't be conscious about
No, you can-
necessarily, but
You're going to be conscious of
I'm
something.
holding on to the
Yeah, so
the
the-
club so this doesn't all open up.
Yeah, and with that then, because if you were using that for a bit more motion, well, if you haven't got that anymore, something else is going to have to move
Yeah.
more. And it's usually the next joint along,
Yeah.
i.e. elbow. Nice one.
It feels at less effort.
Good. Stay in this place, hit a few more shots. I'm just going to set up our next.
Sounds better too.
Yeah, I was going to say, notice how the strike percentage is going up. Awesome. Fantastic. Well done. Fantastic. From here, we're going to tip the board onto your right side, but feet stay where they are.
Mhm.
We are just going to flex and sit into our, well, for you, it's your right hip, left for me. That's it. So really, that's it. So if we were to drop a straight line from the hip, it would be outside your base of support.
Yeah.
As it is, brilliant. And flex a bit more, so a bit more tip forward from the hips, that's it. And we are going to stay loaded on your right side, but we're just going to push straight up on the right side, and the feet will twist for free. You don't need to try and twist the feet. They will just get twisted for free. Brilliant. And you're sitting in your left hip now, and then from there we push up on the left side. Perfect. So what we want is a short, sharp pop from the ground. So then we're this side again, nice and tall, and then we sit into it. That's it. Chest this way still. That's it. And then we're just popping straight up. Brilliant. Yes. Well done. So we're posted up, and people call it posted, don't they? We're posted up on the left side.
If you love the coaching and want to experience the effects of the training that you see with our pupils, you can purchase the GRFI system yourself by following the link in the video description. You'll get all the equipment and a 2-hour download covering all the fundamentals, exploring your movement and how you can use the ground and create those all-important ground reaction forces and transfer them through to clubhead speed and experience the gains that you're seeing in the videos.
Fantastic. That's got airtime. Oh,
Right, so
yes, please.
and that
That was lovely.
I know I did differently there.
What did you do differently?
Well, it was that really sitting down into here,
Yeah, cool.
tipping the bucket forward.
Yeah.
But it was that real. It doesn't feel like I'm really shifting forward. It just feels like I'm shifting
Down.
my arse over that.
Yeah.
hill. Yeah.
Yeah, and these are the little cues that you'll
Yeah.
build for yourself. So I can't tell you
Yeah, I know,
because it's all when we're all slightly different.
Yeah.
So you'll build these little associative sort of feelings,
Mhm.
and then that might be a swing thought. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe not. But it might be that instead of what you were saying earlier on the buggy ride up about like, oh, there's so much to think about elbow here and all that sort of jazz. But you might through your practice, because today is obviously it's just the start really, or it's just one day in the continuing evolution of your golf game.
Yeah.
Wow, that is beautiful. Don't worry about the slight pull of it, because that was just fantastic shape, lovely draw shape, just started on target.
Yeah.
Brilliant strike as well. Fantastic, that's so good.
That's a shot.
That's the best one.
Yeah.
Well done. And you figured that out yourself. It was brilliant.
Great stuff.
Cool. Go on, one more. Every good shot.
Thought you'd go, but you didn't, so I'm sitting here. Thought I heard my phone ring.